The UK just sent a message to Washington and Trump, and it was not subtle. Starmer flew all the way to Beijing with 50 CEOs to re-engage China. And not because Britain suddenly trusts China, but because it no longer trusts the US and Trump to be predictable. And that distinction matters a lot. Right? See, what's really happening is that the US, right, has turned tariffs into this political weapon. On, off, threatened, expanded, re-threatened, walked back, re-engaged, often overnight and all by executive order. Markets cannot price this risk. They cannot price this chaos. And allies are getting really tired of planning their economies around Trump's mood swings. So Starmer flew to Beijing and met Xi. They talked about a comprehensive strategic partnership, right? Visas were eased, trade talks have reopened, and British firms were really told, you now have political cover to re-engage China again. This wasn't a China pivot, right? This is more of an insurance policy, right? And what does the UK get? Well, let's be very clear about the upside for Britain. First is access, right? China is the UK's fourth largest trading partner, and British finance and pharma and service firms desperately want back in. Carefully, deliberately, but back in. Second, growth opportunity, right? Post-Brexit, Britain needs external demand. China offers scale when Europe is sort of saturated and the US right now is seen as unpredictable. Third is leverage, right? By reopening China, right, London gains bargaining power with Trump and Washington, not dependence, but this sort of balance, right? Fourth, stability, right? British companies can now plan around China risk instead of pretending it doesn't exist, right? And that matters. But the bigger pattern here, let's think, right? We were just talking about India and the EU, right? Now it's UK and China. Canada has already been there. France never really left, right? These middle powers are quietly saying the same thing, right? We cannot run our economies around Trump's unpredictability. This is not ideological, it is just structural. So yes, China gets one step closer reintegrating into global trade, but the UK gets growth and leverage and room to breathe, really. Right? And this isn't about choosing sides, it's about survivability. And right now, America is exporting, its number one export here is all this risk, chaos, and unpredictability. Anyway, we're watching this. Hope you enjoyed this. Comment down below, like and subscribe. And as always, your margins will thank you.